Hello, Sarah. It's Lisa Netta here, the Online Associate of Arts degree program specialist.
Hi there. Hi, Lisa Netta. I'm Sarah Baldwin. I'm the recruitment specialist for the Online Associate of Arts program. And today, Lisa Netta and I are going to talk to you and talk to each other a little bit about the program and what the program has to offer you and answer some frequently asked questions.
All right.
So I'm going to get started right off the bat here. Lisa Netta, why don't you tell us all about the online AA program, what makes it different from the traditional Associate of Arts degree here at Tri-C?
Sure, I'd be happy to talk to you all about the Online Associate of Arts degree. Well, the Online Associate of Arts degree is a 2-year degree that any student who is continuing at the college can sign up for so that they can take their courses 100% online or up to 90% online. There's really not much difference in the modality of how a student can access these courses. Online students just mean you're virtual, whereas our traditional face-to-face students are coming to a campus. So you have the benefit of being able to study anywhere at any time in any circumstances, just as long as you have access to a computer.
That's so cool. Lisa, Netta, what would you say the benefits are to the Online Associate of Arts degree program here at Tri-C?
Oh, well, the number one benefit is going to be flexibility. Students that are online Associate of Arts degree seeking students have the ability to study again, like I said, anytime that they want. They're not confined to coming to a campus, set meeting times, set times where they need to be on campus. So they're able to be flexible. They can balance their family life a little bit better. Another great opportunity for this degree is that you have dedicated program specialists, myself, to support you through your journey. So if the student is having issues with registration, trying to get access to a tutor, if you can't reach your professor, if you need some counseling, academic advice, or psychological advice, I will be the individual that go in between myself and the college, and I can get those resources available for you. So flexibility, support, and most importantly, priority registration. All of our online Associate of Arts degree students have the opportunity to register for their classes 1 week prior to the most student population. So if you're that online Associate of Arts student, you say, hey, I know I got to get 90% of my courses online. I get to jump the line a little bit and sign up before anybody else has an opportunity. That way you're ensured to get the classes that you need. And last but not least is continuity. So if you are having if you're sick, if you are having to go out of town, if you're a traveling person with your job, you have the opportunity to learn wherever you are. So if there's another pandemic, if we become in another lockdown, you have an opportunity to still let your educational goals continue with no interruption. And I think that's going to meet the needs of a lot of our students.
Yeah, very, very good. So, how would a student know if they're eligible for the Online Associate of Arts program and what are the requirements to be eligible?
So any student that has applied to the college and they have completed their application, they can enroll in the Online Associate of Arts degree program. So there are no registration barriers. The only barrier comes is we want you to take 90% of those courses online once you select the online AA as your major. Now, the once you apply and you select online AA as your major, you are then routed to me, and then I'm the person who will help welcome you to the college, get you oriented to all of the student support services that are available to you in a virtual environment.
Okay, cool. So, what kind of technology do students need in order to complete the degree? And can they use their cell phones or their tablets to take a class?
Oh,
What
this
what
is
kind
a
of
great
technology?
question. I'm glad you brought that up. So, we are asking that all of our online Associate of Arts degree students have access to a PC or a laptop. There may be opportunities where some of your coursework can be done from a mobile device or from a Kindle or a Nook. However, our learning management system format may have some features that are involved that are not compatible with a mobile device or a Kindle Fire per se. So we want to make sure that you have access to a PC or a desktop, a PC or a laptop, so that you can access all of the services that are available within your Blackboard course sites.
Very good, very good. So how long would it take a student to finish the degree this way? And do they have any wiggle room to take a class in person versus online at all?
Okay, so the although we are a two-year institution, all of our students have an opportunity to chart their own course. So if we have a student who chooses to enroll what we consider full-time, which is 12 credit hours or more, up to 15, 16 credit hours, you can complete your degree in 2 years. If you select to take and complete, successfully complete 30 credit hours per academic year. So if you register continuously for the spring semester, the summer semester, and the fall semester, and at the end of that year, you have 30 credit hours, you are halfway there. If you take the next year and you do the same thing, you will have your degree in 2 years. However, if you say, I don't have the capacity to take 12 credit hours or 15 credit hours, that does not mean that this degree is not for you. It just means you will not graduate in the 2 year period of 30 credit hours per academic year. So you may decide that I want to take 9 credit hours per semester. You will still finish, you will complete. However, it's going to take you a little bit longer. And it also depends on if you decide to attend classes during the summer, if you do continuous enrollment, or if you decide I'm only going to enroll for the fall and I'm only going to enroll in the spring. So you can pretty much chart your own course. But if you are trying to get in and get out and get done in 2 years, then we are asking that you complete 30 credit hours per year so that you meet those time specifications that you put upon yourself.
Okay, very good answer. That's helpful. So, how do students access support services if they're taking classes online? And when I say support services, I mean like tutoring or counseling departments, getting help getting registered, and maybe like student accessibility services. How do they utilize those resources in that way?
Yes, well, the college has done a wonderful job prior to COVID and post-COVID, bringing all of those support services to our students to a virtual environment. So I am happy to say that students have access to virtual counseling appointments. So you can meet with your academic counselor. You have access to a instructor's office hours that you can meet with an instructor during their specified office hours, which are located in their syllabus. You have access um, to access services. Students who may have a disability, they have an opportunity to meet with someone. So every support service, just about that you will receive face to face, we have set up a parameter so that you can do those things online as well. And it can be just as easy as scheduling an appointment virtually, and then you log on and you can watch a video or you can have a WebEx or a Zoom. It'll be totally up to the individuals that you're reaching out to, but we have those services available for all of our online students. And speaking of the different services, one of the things that I'd like to also mention is that all of our online students also have an opportunity to join the OLAT, OLAT Facebook group, and that is a great resource to our students as well. You can be connected to other students who are Tri-C students that are attending classes in an online format. So they may have some different tips, tricks, recommendations, and some support services that they are sharing that they've used, and you can get their experience as well. So with that, Sarah, I would like to ask you, I just spoke briefly about the student experience. Could you tell me different ways that a student would access their professors other than office hours?
Oh, sure. They can contact their professor to set up times outside of class, that are outside of office hours to meet with them. And I always encourage students, like right from the jump, to introduce yourself to your professor. So if you're online, send them after your first class, send them an email and just introduce yourself. Tell them, just a paragraph about yourself and what you're looking to do, and just reach out. There should be no reason just because you're taking online classes that you shouldn't be able to have a relationship with your professor, know them, have them know you, and just have a good rapport. And that can make all the difference when you're in school and even in person. It makes all the difference knowing who your professors are. And it's really important. I always tell students to be proactive rather than reactive, especially in this regard. So I would encourage anyone who's taking our online classes, reach out to your instructors, find out when their office hours are, and look to connect with them because they're here for you.
Wonderful, wonderful. And if a student is interested in the program, what would you say is an estimated cost that they would be thinking that they would need to pay to become an online Associate of Arts student?
Okay, well, our current cost per credit hour is $119.58. So if you were to multiply that times for like all the credit hours in the degree, which is around 60 some, okay, you're looking at if you're an in-county resident, meaning you live in Cuyahoga County, right now it is exactly $7,172 plus books and fees. So I always round up. So I would say around 7,200 for tuition, which is the cost of attending class. And keep in mind, that's the whole shebang. That's just not one semester or 1 year, that's the whole thing, plus books and fees. So give or take, it's going to be in that ballpark. So extremely, extremely affordable, especially if you're looking to start with us and then complete the degree and then transfer on to a four-year institution for another degree.
Awesome. And also in many cases, if a student has access to tuition reimbursement with their employer, you may very well be able to have your degree taken care of by your employment with no out of pocket fees. So my next question to you is about, we talked about how much college costs. Could you talk to me a little bit about financial aid, and are there any scholarships available for students pursuing this type
Oh,
of
yeah.
study?
We've got more scholarships than Carter's got liver pills here at Tri-C. We really do. So what you do if you're interested in getting a scholarship, and just so you understand, scholarships are like grants. They're a gift of money that doesn't need repaid. So what's really nice at Tri-C is that you can apply once for all the scholarships that we offer through our foundation. And you do one essay, one application as opposed to multiple ones for each scholarship. And then the foundation reviews it, and if you're selected, they try to line you up with a scholarship that best suits you, and you meet their requirements the best. But they make it really, really easy. And I encourage everyone to apply for scholarships. I encourage everyone to apply for financial aid. There's other different programs to get assistance. I mean, right now, especially, there's a lot of them. So I would just encourage everyone, don't think that you can't afford college, because Tri-C makes it super affordable. And in some cases, like Lisanetta said, your employer can pay. I mean, truly, if you want to get an education, please don't let cost be a factor.
Awesome. And you also mentioned transferring to other institutions. So, what type of bachelor degrees are available to a student who graduates from Tri-C with an online associate's degree?
You could go into a lot of different subjects. People go into history, psychology, sociology. You can go into a lot of liberal arts disciplines coming out of our program. So there's so many. And I think we even have some of them listed on our site if you wanted to investigate or come to one of our info sessions that we have. We could talk more in depth, but there's a lot of them. So you essentially are knocking out your freshman, sophomore year with us at a very, very low cost, and then you can go on to a four-year institution and just matriculate right in with your credits and everything. And we have transfer centers to help you do that. So it's not a hard thing to do. If you want to transfer out, if you know that's what you want to do here with us, you can link up with the transfer center, again, going back to being proactive rather than reactive. Link up with the transfer center, figure out where you might like to attend, and you can attend many different schools. We're accredited by the North Central Accrediting Body. So we our credits transfer. So it's not like you can only take them here like in some places. Our credits transfer all over. A lot of our students go to Cleveland State. They can go to like John Carroll, or really any institution in the greater area has some of our students that have transferred. And then if you wanted to go to Ohio State or other schools like that too, you can transfer as well. Because again, we're accredited by a reputable accrediting body, and the transfer center can help you with that.
Awesome. So, what will the OAA degree transfer over to the four-year institutions? How would they get in the door? How do they apply? What's the first step to apply for this online AA
Oh, well, it's
program?
super duper simple. You just go to tri-c.edu, and there's a banner across the top and it says getting started. And you just click on that and it'll bring up an enrollment checklist that has the application embedded in it. You just follow the links. Our application is similar to how job applications are these days, where you create a profile and then based off your profile, it autofills in a lot of your applications. So it's a two-step process, but it's very simple. And you just pick the student type that's most applicable to you. So if you're brand new, never been to school before, you'd be considered a new student. If you have attended Tri-C previously, you'd be a returning student. And if you're transferring credit in from another institution, you would be considered a transfer student. And all of those enrollment checklists are slightly different based on the student type that you pick. But it's super simple and it's really outlined very clearly. And you would just follow the enrollment checklist and get in that way. It's easy.
Perfect, easy peasy. So, how can someone find out more about this online AA program? What would you suggest that they do?
I suggest they come to one of our info sessions that we have, and we have them all the time. Um, and we have them in the evenings, we have them during the day, we even have some on the weekends. So I would really recommend coming to an info session. That way we can answer your questions directly, your specific questions, and really get down to the nitty gritty and maybe answer things that are more nuanced than this general Facebook Live we're doing.
Awesome. So again, just to restate, thank you, Sarah, for your time. And again, I'm Lisa Netta McDade, the interim program specialist for the Online Associate of Arts degree. And if you'd love to learn more information, please visit the website, mytric.edu. And you can also visit our, send an email to onlineaa@tri-c.edu to learn more information about the program. And we hope to hear from you soon. Have a great day.